Hello. Wait. Hold on. There we go. Hello and welcome back to Everything Gamer. We are back. This time playing some Elder Scrolls Online. I haven't played this in a while. I forget exactly what we were doing. Doing things. Definitely doing stuff. Confidently say stuff was happening. Yeah. It's been a week. I had to work extra this week. I had to work 5 days. I didn't have to. I did. Worked 5 days this week. This last week. My week ends. Work week ends on like. That's why I've not been streaming as much. Trying to get back on schedule with that. Trying to figure out scheduling stuff as well. Started learning to code. That's always been fun. And so that's taking up a lot of my time as well. But I was gonna play Master Duel. And they were doing maintenance, which I think is over now, but fine. I did not realize maintenance was happening. Because usually it happens at the end of the month. I guess since February was short, maybe? I don't know. But we'll get back to Master Duel. Hopefully tomorrow. Not quite sure. Like I said, I'm still figuring out scheduling since learning to code has been taking up most of my time recently. Along with work. I don't know what in the hell I'm even. Okay, let's go this way, I guess. Talk to Garen Indoril. I can probably do that. Can probably accomplish this. It is just flashing. That means whatever. It's fine. Hello!
Rumblings from the mountain have us all on edge. Balrith is up there somewhere.
I hope
you brought good news.
The audio good. Play this no. I spoke to the mage of the past and learned how to bind Balrith.
Excellent. My friend, you are an asset and blessing on the pact. I sense the hand of the three here.
All right, cool.
Now we'll get things done. By Vivek, Balrith will be bound again.
I know what to do. I remember. We had gone into the past and talking to the dude, kind of a dickhead, and he had went through how he Balrith before. The mages of the past shackled Balrith with a guardian Atronach. That's right.
The Atronachs? Well, that's bad. I banished them when I cast Father's spell. We were sure we could control the creature. Damn it. I suppose we'll have to summon them again, somehow.
How exactly do we do that?
They stood watch over Ash Mountain for centuries. All we need to do is grab their attention again. Kill Daedra, take their hearts, then burn them at the ruin altars. That should draw them out. Walks in Ash is waiting for you at the top. Good luck.
What? But you said you didn't know how to. You like it was somehow need to bring them back. Alright, I'll get started.
We'll hold the line here. Ensure that the Ash
incoming
lands
at
are
break.
safe. All of Stonehalls is relying on you, my friend.
Why weren't you able to shackle Balreth?
Father may have been overconfident. We broke the wards and, as you learned, dispelled the Guardians when we summoned Balreth to Darwin's watch. Father was sure I'd be able to replace them. I don't want to let him down.
Why are the Daedra here?
Normally, Daedra only grudgingly come to Nirn, but Ash Mountain resonates with the magical echoes of Balreth's capture. That power and the heat of the lava draws them in, like moths to a flame.
Interesting. All right, bye-bye. So, I... What Daedra hearts, I guess. Oh. Oh. Hi, Rocco. Um... Yes? Hello? God, you were right in my way. Cat, move! Move! Rocco, move! Out the way! Oh, sure, I get you a fucking... Yeah, whatever. Inventory is full. No, what are you doing? Inventory is definitely full. Uh, I'm gonna try something. Hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, here you go.
Nice to meet you. I'm Twinkles Jr.
Yeah. Ah! No! Oh. God. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yes, please.
There you are, Vestige. Come to the harborage. We must speak.
Bruh. Serious? I'm in the middle of something. Look, bro, you don't have to wait. Where's the craftings? Oh.
Heel boy.
That stuff I need. There it is. It's over here. I forget where all this shit is. Whoops. What are you doing? I'm hitting the wrong button. Bye, Rocco. Don't fuck up my chords. Okay. So we can make. God, okay, I need it. Hello!
You need something?
Door. Sell. 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 About. Willing to sell, right? Well, hang on.
You need something?
Okay, that's better. Oh. Hey. I didn't think if I use.
You need something?
Oh, there we go.
Master Merrick, where are you?
Cool. Okay. Have any ingots at all? There's the enchanting. Here. Well, okay. Resting.
What can I do for you?
Wait. Action. Nothing. I can't even use these. That.
Oh my, that's pleasant.
Isn't? Yeah, sure. Hold on to that.
That's not right. What can I do for you?
A bed and I need? Reassemble with the rest of Zanon's workshop in the Clockwork City. Interesting. Oh wait, where's the bank? Bank. That's writing.
Your valuables are safe with us.
This is a building.
This is House Hlalu's treasury, Darwin's watch branch. We securely store any items of money you wish to entrust to us.
Did you try to get my items?
By Vivek, no. What a bother that would be. No, you can recover your stored items or gold at any treasury in the Ebonheart Pact. There's a branch in the largest city of every province.
You've been robbed.
We operate under the protection of the living gods, Armalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil. No one takes anything from our care without permission.
Hey.
You can buy additional storage space, but we don't charge to store your possessions. Maybe they'd try that sort of racket in the Covenant. The Tribunal Temple won't allow it in our lands. Welcome to the Hlalu.
Deposit. Deposit this. Deposit this. Okay. What the? Not either.
Nice to meet you. I'm Twinkles Jr.
Whoops. Shit out of here. There we go.
No. Most of the Covenant soldiers we met drank beer.
Towards me much better now. And I need to go to the harborage. Okay. Off we go. All right. What's up?
God, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely.
Wait, something wrong with that?
Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige.
Okay, what do you do?
Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Davon's watch. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it.
You are
It
blind,
is the
yes, you would know.
hand of Manamako.
That'd help us.
If it is truly an agent of Manamako's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents.
Okay, how do I find this agent?
Venture to Davon's watch. Speak to Fedwira Lauren at the market, or Okia the beggar. Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows from them. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
Alright. Got it. Oh, you're playing that.
Incoming ad break.
Very beautiful. Ooh, Aedra and Daedra. The designation of gods, demons, Aedra and Daedra are universally confusing to the layman. They're often used interchangeably. Aedra and Daedra are not relative terms. They are elvish and exact. Azura is a Daedra both in Skyrim and Morrowind. Daedra is usually translated as ancestor, which is as close as Cyrodiilic can come to this elven concept. Daedra means roughly not our ancestor. This distinction was crucial to the Dunmer, whose fundamental split in ideology is represented in their mythical genealogy. Daedra are associated with stasis. Daedra represent change. Daedra created the mortal world and are bound to the earth bones. Daedra, who cannot create, have the power to change. As part of the divine contract of creation, the Daedra can be killed. Witness Lorcan and the Moons. The Protean Daedra, from whom the rules not apply, can only be banished. Interesting.
I wasn't going to ask you for coin. I'm no beggar. I prefer to sleep out here where it's warm.
You know, your voice... It's weird. It sounds like... It kind of sounds like you'd be an Argonian, but at the same time, not really. It seems strange in
Come
town.
to think of it, there was some out-of-towner mucking about in the abandoned stable last night. I didn't pry. None of my business. Also, he was armed. I'm no fool.
What's some out-of-towner mucking about? Anything else?
Nothing else to tell, I'm afraid. It all happened rather quickly.
Okay. Don't feel the need to intimidate just yet. Whoa, the onus of the Ogma. Being a primer for the young student on a mortal's obligation to record his or her life story, presented in the form of quotation from the classics. All 10 relics recognize the duty to memorialize the events of our lives, the duty placed upon us by the divines at the beginning of time. The most ancient reference we have to this journaling onus comes from the Aldmiriad, the great origin saga of the elves, which quotes the god Xerxes, scribe to Ariel. As ye are true children of the Et Ada, thou shalt honor us by honoring thy own lives. For in each of you is housed the divine spark, and thus the record of thy actions is a sacred duty. Keep therefore each and every one of you an Ogma, an ever-scriven scroll, which shall memorialize thy brief lives. Thus, and at least this way, shalt thy spark be immortal. The late Meriathric, the Nord culture hero Ysgramor, developed a runic alphabet based on Elvish principles, which enabled the writing transcription of Atmoran speech. His grandma's first work in the new form of writing was to chronicle his own life and his events, making his grandma the first human historian. His quotation from the great hero himself is recorded in Songs of Return, Volume 1. Then, though I did feel a great ire against the perfidious elves, and desired nothing more than to hie me hence to Gilcurfic and take ship back to Tamriel, where I could try the edge of Uthrad against all too many necks. And I had beheld during my captivity that the wily elves possessed much learning and knowledge, though they put it to ends both vile and dishonorable. And I bethought me that to defeat the elves and scour them from the land, it would be well if men also did wield such wisdoms. Therefore I strung Long Launcher with the woeful bowstring and sought the marshes of the east, where dwelt Fadrosta, the great snow goose. I slew her with a hawk-fletched dart, and plucked of her a great quill, which I used to write down my speech, as I had seen the elves do. And I vow that henceforth all men will record their ideas and thoughts, just as Shore carved a record of his victory over Snag into the side of Shivering Glacier. In this way would the best ways of killing elves be preserved. This obligation was ratified again in the time of Saint Alicia and the founding of the Empire of Cyrodiil. Demigod Morihas, the first breath of man, himself kept a chronicle that has come down to us as the Abadala. One of its precepts is on the recording of all that haps. Then Morias snorted and spake fiercely against a non-scriptionist, saying, "Are then the deeds of the Paravant to be forgotten by the men of hence yore? The crimes of the Celiac to be erased, that the 7 pretexts for mayhem shall seem all unjustified? Nay, by Akatosh, nay, by the Dragon of Duration who gave us time so that events could unfold in their sequence, and thus be recalled as they happened. Never shall your ill prevent our people from recording their tales as did the overwhelming Celiac in the late tournament epoch. He did smite their heads from their shoulders, and their gore fell as words on stones, recording their several demises. So students not groan and complain of the burden, harping and cavilling when your parents teachers ask if you have written today in your journal. Because to do so is a right for which your ancestors paid in blood." Cool. Alright, hello!
Since the war began, the market has never been busier.
You seeing anyone strange lurking about?
Let me think. Ah, yes. Imperial fellow. Tall, brusque, rather boorish. He pushed me while I was haggling at the market. Scurried off toward the east end of town when I tried to have words with him. Typical.
Know anything else about him?
He was heading towards the stables. Truth be told, I put him out of my mind until just this minute. I don't even know if I'd recognize him if I saw him again.
Great.
Avani is a great blacksmith. His daggers are sharp enough to cut the air.
He certainly has female admirers. I wonder why he never remarried.
He still mourns his wife.
Outfit stuff.
Have you seen him in the evening?
Holy crap. Oh my god.
Takes flowers to the Archiviri War Memorial. He talks of the skull.
Master Merrick, where are you?
Okay. Ow! Ow.
feast on your blood.
Aldimian's Journal. Strange request indeed. I was on my evening stroll, having a bite to eat in the back alley when I noticed that the imperial net I feasted upon bore a golden medallion. I recognized the trinket at once as the sigil of the cult of the Black Worm. While I considered this, I heard the dull thwack of a blunt object hitting flesh and bone, and my world went black. Woke in a cave, bound to a chair, my head throbbing with bittersweet pain. A number of hooded cultists surrounded me, each with the unmistakable gleam of murder in his eyes. I quite liked them. One of the cultists seemed different than the others. I recognized him as their leader almost immediately. He had a cold, yet calm demeanor and seemed completely unafraid of me. He introduced himself as Abner Tharn. He was somewhat displeased that I had made my evening meal on one of the most loyal guards. Normally, he explained, I would have been discorporated for such an infraction, but he said he liked my style and my violent proclivities. He saw a lot of promise in me and would like to propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. If I agreed to join the Worm Cult, I could replace this agent. I would reside in a conveniently placed underground lair within the city limits, which would assure me a continued stream of meals along with a virtually unlimited supply of black soul gems. The agreement did sound promising. I just played Daedra's advocate. I asked what my alternative might be. In answer, Tharn opened a portal to the cold harbor right at my feet. My chair began to teeter, and the screams of the damned filled my ears. Lovely to listen to, but not something I wished to experience firsthand. Needless to say, I chose servitude. Now I while away my days guarding this wretched cavern while prowling the city streets after dusk. It's not a bad existence. In fact, I've even begun to take up the study of necromancy. At some point, perhaps. Tharn will consent to teaching me the finer points himself. Time will tell. I have all the time in the world, don't I? The bookshop. Mace etiquette. Warriors sometimes make the mistake of thinking that there are no tactics with a mace. They assume that the sword is all about skill, and the mace is only about strength and stamina. As a veteran instructor of mace tactics, I can tell you they are wrong. Wielding a mace properly is all about timing and momentum. Once the swing of the mace has begun, stopping it or slowing it down is difficult. The fighter is committed to not just the blow, but also the recoil. Begin your strike when the opponent is leaning forward, hopefully off balance. It is completely predictable that he will lean backward, so aim for a point behind his head. When the mace gets there, his head will be in his path. The mace should be held at the ready, shoulder high. The wind-up should not extend past the shoulders by more than a hand's width. When swinging, lead with the elbow. As the elbow passes the height of your collarbone, extend the forearm like a whip. The extra momentum will drive the mace faster and harder, causing more damage. Mode of impact, let the wrist loosen. The mace will bounce and hurt a stiff wrist. Allow the recoil of the blow to drive the mace back into the ready position, thereby preparing the warrior for a quicker second strike. Yep. Orb of Discourse.
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me? This is Abner Tharn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately.
Who, me?
Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident?
Forgive me, my lord, but I heard something that might be of interest to you. I don't have the persuade. Oh, I can't persuade. What? I thought I got that. Where is the skill? Did I not? What? I thought I got this. Whatever. I did not mean to do that.
This is Abner Tharn, the master. Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident?
Who are you?
How dare you speak to me in such a... Wait. You're not one of ours, are you? Color me intrigued. You speak to Abner Tharn, Overlord of Nibene and Chancellor of the Elder Council.
Yo, Chancellor, what are you doing here?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you contact me? Fascinating. Are you merely a blundering local, I wonder, or something more?
Looking for a Sai Sahan.
Are you indeed? I didn't think that Redguard has-been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Let me give you some free advice. Forget about Sai Sahan. Even if I told you where he was, attempting a rescue would be suicidal.
And you know where he is?
Of course I do. But do you really think I'd tell you and risk incurring Menemarco's wrath? I think not. Ah, the owner of this place returns. And he doesn't look pleased. Farewell.
What?
You! Get away from that!
Oh. God dang it, I forgot that was there.
Master Merrick, where are you? Hello.
You've returned. What have you found?
Don't just use orbs like this one to communicate. I spoke to Abner Tharn.
Abner Tharn shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk.
Need is a strong word. Hello.
I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Tharn.
Why do you dislike Tharn so much?
Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions?
What is that? He showed me a vision about them. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell.
But the 5 companions.
We were chosen by Emperor Varen to join him on a quest to recover a lost artifact called the Amulet of Kings. The 5 included Varen, myself, a red guard named Sai Sahan, Abner Tharn, and the traitor Manamarco.
But Manamarco.
You only know him as the man who killed you and stole your soul. But back then, he was Emperor Varen's most trusted advisor. It was Manamarco who convinced Varen to search for the Amulet of Kings.
Why would Varen need the amulet?
Varen wasn't a true Dragonborn Emperor. He didn't share Alessia's bloodline. Manamarco said the amulet could change all that. He said he could use it to perform a ritual that would turn Varen into a true Dragonborn.
What happened next?
It took us more than 2 years, but we finally recovered the amulet and returned to Cyrodiil to perform the ritual. Manamarco set us up. The ritual caused a violent explosion of magical energy. We lost Varen. Sai Sahan and I were declared outlaws.
What then?
Manamarco convinced the Elder Council to recognize Abner Tharn's daughter Clivia as Empress Regent. But Manamarco was the true power behind the throne. Sai Sahan and I went into hiding. There was a bounty on our heads.
What are the Dragonfires?
Well, the legend says that the Dragonfires were created from the blood of Akatosh and given to Saint Alessia. When a new emperor is crowned, they're supposed to relight them to prove that they're a true heir of Alessia, one of the Dragonborn. It took us more than 2 years, but we finally recovered the amulet and returned to Cyrodiil to perform the ritual.
Tell me about Abner Tharn.
Abner Tharn is Grand Chancellor of the Elder Council and Chief Advisor to his daughter, the Empress Regent. He is also Manamarco's toady.
Tharn didn't seem too happy working for the Worm Cult.
Tharn's first loyalty is to his family and the Empire, and he's a ruthless bastard when it comes to defending them. The Worm Cult obviously doesn't share those loyalties. Tharn would never trust them, but he's too much of a coward to betray them.
What if he got something out of it?
Maybe. But what could we offer him? He's already got more gold than the gods themselves. I know it's a lot to take in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Sai Sahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.
Okay. Yes, I would. Well, do I? Yes. I want that. Yeah. What is this? Ooh. Chronicles of the 5 Companions. 1. My name is Lyris of Skyrim, called Titanborn by some. I'm committing these words to paper on behalf of my friend and ally, a man history will remember only as the Prophet. It was through his profound insight and his study of the Elder Scrolls we came to understand the dire nature of the threat that now endangers all of Tamriel. Let it be known by those who read these words, the Soul Burst, the event that took place in the 579th year of the Second Era, was due to the treachery of a single elf, the Altmiri necromancer Manamarco, the king of worms and the servant of the most vile of all the Daedric princes, the god of schemes and lord of brutality, Molag Bal. In years past, Marco served as chief advisor to the court of Emperor Varan Aquilarius, originally a Duke of Coral. Varan became Emperor of Tamriel by a right of conquest. With Marco's counsel, Varan led a revolt against the previous dynasty, the savage regime of Reachmen known as the Longhouse Emperors. Yet despite his conquests and victory, Varan was not to be a true emperor. Like the former Emperor Leovic, the blood of the dragon didn't flow through Varan's veins. He was unable to light the dragon fire symbol of the one, as a true emperor must by tradition. The dragon fires have remained unlit for generations. This is because the Amulet of Kings, a relic of the divines given unto Saint Alessia by Akatosh, was lost in the centuries following the fall of the Riemann dynasty. Only this relic, traditionally worn by imperial emperors of the First Age, would allow a true-blooded ruler to spark the dragon fires anew. When Marco's urging, Varan formed a group of companions to join him on an epic quest to locate this relic. These companions included myself, Redguard's swordsman Sai Sahan, Grand Chancellor Abner Tharn, and Marco himself. For years, we scoured the face of Tamriel, following countless leads until we finally managed to locate it. We returned to the Imperial City. Marco played upon Varan's insecurities and convinced him that the coronation ritual, properly modified, could not only light the dragonfire, but persuade Akatosh to invest him with divine agency and gift him with the blood of the dragon. It was only after the coronation ritual was attempted that we learned the extent of Marco's deception. The King of Worms used his magic to corrupt the power of the amulet, causing the calamity which came to be known as the Soul Burst. I remember very little of the actual event, only the chaos that followed was immediate and devastating. Varan was consumed by the fiery wrath of the Soul Burst. Sai Sahan and I were unjustly implicated in his death, made all the more suspicious because Sai fled as soon as he recovered, taking the Amulet of Kings with him. Grand Chancellor Tharn was an opportunist and immediately cast his lot with Marco. Okay. The prophet's story is one of mystery. He appeared one day on the steps of an abbey of the moth priests in Cyrodiil. They took him in and fed him, thinking he was nothing more than a vagabond. They were shocked when they found him in the libraries that night, poring over the eldritch etchings of an elder scroll. Only the moth priests themselves had the ability to read the scrolls, and they saw his arrival as a prophetic sign from the divines. As they do all who read them, the elder scrolls eventually took the prophet's eyesight, leaving him permanently blind, and yet he continued to study them in his mind's eye and eventually foresaw the great and terrible threat that we are now faced with. Words of his prophecy spread far and wide, eventually reaching the Imperial City in the ears of Marco. The King of Worms immediately arrested the prophet for rumor-mongering and treason, and had the abbey and all of its contents burned to the ground. The catastrophe that the prophet predicted began to take shape almost immediately. Vast swaths of the empire were consumed by Daedric fire, and the first dark anchors fell upon the land. Molag Bal's invasion of our world had begun, made possible by Marco's betrayal. Chronicles of the Five Companions 2. Once again, I, Lyris of Skyrim, commit words to paper on behalf of the prophet. In truth, he didn't ask me to write this entry, but I feel the need to keep a record of these events, whatever their outcome may be. The prophet's visions and nightmares are getting worse. He continues to witness horrifying visions of a future in which Molag Bal rules our world. These don't seem to have a profound effect on him when he is awake, but at night, in those precious few hours where he manages to drift off, the visions become increasingly disturbing. He refuses to describe them to me in great detail, but he awakens violently in a cold sweat, and it's obvious that they are wearing away at his sanity. Our ally, Bruidon, has already proven extremely capable. The escape from the whaling prison was only the beginning. The vestige risked everything to rescue me from the foundry of woe. I owe our new friend my life, my soul, and perhaps my very sanity. We're now chasing every available lead in our attempts to find Sai Sahan and the Amulet of Kings. If we can regain the amulet, the prophet believes that we might be able to challenge Molag Bal and save our world. As usual, he used a bunch of flowery words and obscure phrases I didn't understand, but his general meaning was clear. Sometimes I wish I'd never left Skyrim and gone to Cyrodiil. I fought for a great man that I believed in, met another that I came to cherish dearly, and had my share of blood and glory, but was it all worth it? Cyrodiil will always be the place where I first laid eyes on that traitorous skeever Marco and his sniveling toady Abner Tharn. I don't know which is worse, Manmarco's charm and eloquence as he prepared to backstab us, or Tharn's endless insults and an irritating condescension. At least with Tharn, we always knew where we stood. The prophet said that Tharn's part in this isn't finished. I can imagine a good coming of that. After all, that sniveling son of a goat went right back to licking Manmarco's boot after the soul burst. He'd do anything to save his own hide and preserve his family's status in the Imperial City. And must bring the tenders to close. Hear the prophet stirring. Alright. Bye-bye now. Back to what we were doing. Getting Daedra hearts. Actually, ah! Scamp! Scamp! Hey, hello. Summoning bowl. Oh wait, I didn't even check these out. So wait, if I have all of these on... Holy crap. Okay, so the trousers. A part of that. And oh. It's like the sword. Definitely better, right? Yeah. No way around that. I like that effect that reduced the cost of sprint by 50%, and then while sprinting restore 950 magicka every 1 second. Seems really good. You block, you cause all enemies within 5 meters of you to bleed for much over 10 seconds. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds and scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. Adds crit chance, maximum stamina, stamina recovery. I don't like the fact that this is medium though. I guess that's fine though. Well, I do get... Okay, so I do get bonuses for... light armor and medium armor. So, I mean, that's not... Get more though for my light stuff, so I add this. I might just leave it alone for now. It's like... yeah. I'll leave it alone for now. Weird. Oh wait, I need to that as well. There we go. Master Harvester, let's go. Hello. Hello, I'm back.
The wind has carried you here with your scales unburnt. What do we do now?
Asshole.
The wind has carried you here with your scales unburnt. What do we do now?
Defeated the Guardian Atronachs. I should be able to call them to us.
Cool rain on my scales. We'll reforge the shackles Garn and his father destroyed. The brother of strife will be returned to his rest. This is magic I do not understand, far from the waters of my home. You are brave to walk the river's edge.
Should be ready. Is there anything else I need to know?
You are wise to ask, yes. I have brought your focus a totem that should help you in the trial ahead. It is a storm totem that will bring pure waters down on his blistering skin.
What will that do?
Balreth is an engine of fire and death. You'll need something to slow him down. Use the totem, slow him down, and your task should be much easier. But first, as you said, you'll need to summon the Guardians. Sun on your scales, my friend.
Thank you. Look like I've already done this.
Finish this and release me.
Oh, that's right, 'cause we did this in the past.
Well, I see that my considerable investment in you wasn't a total waste.
Bravos?
Our meeting at Othrenis left me curious and frustratingly conscious. Can you really imprison Balreth? Death has given me a certain perspective, and of course, I have time to indulge my curiosity.
Portal is open. Do you have any other advice?
Balreth's attacks have cost him power. You should defeat him while he's weak. Right now, I feel him moving in the caldera of the volcano, gathering strength from the lava flows there.
You keep Balreth away from the lava?
Yes, though I doubt it will be easy. If he reaches a lava pool, Balreth will regain strength. There was something else. Don't let him light you on fire. Yes, that's something you should avoid.
Thanks a lot. Anything else?
As you've seen, scamps love the fire and magical energy Balreth exudes. Be ready to deal with more of them below. Once we've destroyed his fiery shell, we'll be able to bind him again. This time, it will be for all eternity.
Thank you, Mamos. Whoops.
Being dead, I have a certain immunity to Balreth's power. I'm keenly interested to see what happens in the next few minutes.
Hey.
Check out the Pondo Pet Cafe and play with it.
Did it. The Guardians are here. What are they waiting for?
Hear me. Return to your purpose. Balreth cannot walk the world of mortals. You must cage him again.
We obey. Forgive us, mortal master.
Fulfill your ancient vows. Imprison Balreth. You've done well for a mortal.
Is it finished?
You've seen it yourself. Balreth, the brother of strife, is forever imprisoned. He's shackled to Ash Mountain. You did this. You did what took countless mages many attempts and failures. For a mortal, you're quite an impressive sort.
Thanks.
Yes, you should thank me. You couldn't have done it without me. And you are welcome. Now go. Get out of here. This is no place for the living.
Take care.
Ulreth is bound forever. Let's return to that mountain.
I thought the portal was over here.
You've done the impossible. I was wise to see the stone in your spirit. Then again, I'm known for being wise.
We defeated him together.
Yes, Balrith is defeated. Argonians, Dunmer, and Nords working together. One might almost think we had formed a pact.
Oh, a pact, you say?
Victory is like a cooling rain, yes? But still, the storm rages on.
You have me do.
Balrith is bound, but the Covenant still threatens the Ashlands. We've received word that a major offensive has washed up on shore to the west of Ebonheart. Pact and Covenant troops now fight to hold the land coral maze that is Vivek's antlers.
Vivek's antlers?
The Dark Elves see the coral as a gift from their living god Vivek. He saved them, they say, in the Akaviri War. Now that does not matter. The Pact military could use your skill and prowess in their fight. Go well along the river, my friend.
You too. Make for Vivek's antlers. Ooh, there's a thing here. Oh my god, there's so many things. Oh, hello. Oh, whoops. The hell over here. Level 20. Choose one. Get the robes. Take the ropes. Let's do. Oh, 3. Okay, well, that easy. And 4 skill points. Jesus Christ. That. Or 2.
Incoming ad break.
I do probably need the flame resist. I like the red rope there. God dang it. Fucking assholes. Be alone! God. Whoa. Kind of like that one. That one.
I'd rather be cracking heads.
This one takes off my eye patch, so it's kind of annoying. I guess I'll just stick with this. Okay. Turn to the Golden Pursuit section. Cool. Okay, the nest has been discovered.
Welcome to the fight, comrade. Claws out and watch yourself. You cannot stand against the might of Longbow.
Light it up!
Cease your meddling, mortal. The master has plans for the Red Guard. What was that voice? We're not done yet. or some other Daedra. Get after him. Don't let her take him.
I think that's the last of them.
My master has plans for your pure soul, Merrick. You should feel honored. Merrick? Comrade, what happened? Where did you go? Dosha, that such a weakling could take one such as Merrick.
Where'd they go?
How would Aleph know? She was behind you.
How's he wait for see all colors? She says she'd rally the guild.
Oh yes, Colors, the heroic guildmaster. We don't need to wait for Colors. You and Aleph are more than smart enough to figure this out. Here, give those items you found on the cultists.
What was that woman? Who kidnapped Merrick?
You didn't recognize the Tremora from her projection. I think her name is Dosha. Quite full of herself, actually. This note mentions an island tower. Aleph wonders if it speaks of Stonefang.
Stonefang?
Stonefang Cavern beneath an old tower on the island just beyond Ebonheart. Go seek Merrick there. Aleph will find our heroic guildmaster and get additional blades.
I'll find him.
May good fortune stalk your steps, comrade.
What's your story, Aleph?
Aleph makes her way as she can, helps the guild as she can. Just a humble Khajiit, originally from the city of Dune. This one is of little importance.
What do you think of those other objects I found?
Which do you mean? The gear or the relic?
What about the gear?
Ancient, Dwemer, worn in places. This piece was used in one of their constructs. Smells fresh in some ways. Has been away from any ruins for a while. Shame. Might have been able to learn something more.
And about the relic?
Crude construction, shaped by small fingers. Female Breton. Perhaps wood elf, colored from clay. This region, so more likely Breton. Smells burnt of cinders, shaped near a wood fire stove or kiln.
Alright.
The fog has lifted, Vested. The path before us has been revealed. It is both dark and twisted. Come to the harborage. We have an unexpected guest who demands your presence.
Ah, you've arrived. There's much to do. I've got a message for you.
Message from who?
It's a message from Drathus Othra, the leader of the Dark Elf Quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion.
You need me to fight?
No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othral.
I'll see what I can do. I definitely said untie the citizens of Ebonheart.
Have we been led into error? The three keep you, traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart?
What are you talking
The
about?
disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Olmalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelid.
What kind of smell? Why are the beasts so angry?
I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith.
What I can do.
I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is.
And heresy, have you upset the three?
I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears, the rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
Okay.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow.
How'd you get hurt?
A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar.
This sort of thing normal in Stonefell?
No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground.
I can do this with these creatures, maybe.
The first is Varnog, a feral Nyx hound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk.
You know, Varnag.
He's the least vicious of the three, but look what he did to my leg. We met him on the road southeast of Ebonheart. Our best guess is he escaped from a goblin tribe, or ate them.
Can't really see your leg from this angle, but okay. I find Bliger.
He floats along the shore west of here. Do not ask me the origin of his name. I assume it stems from the way netches float through the air.
Interesting. Gerlisk.
Strange story, that. Summoned by an old conjurer who lived in the hills east of Kraganmore. The conjurer died, but it stayed. No one knows why, and no hunters ever tracked it to its lair.
Why are you visiting Ebonheart?
We drove our guar here to trade. The Ashlands give our tribe many things such as food and shelter. They aren't as generous with medicinal potions or steel.
Why not live in town then?
Ha! Even if we would have the housemen, they wouldn't have us. They won't even let us within their walls to trade. We must stay outside, bedding with their animals.
Only let you inside.
Because they're heretics. Or because we are, whichever you prefer. We hold true to the faith of our ancestors. The worship of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala.
And the housemen, you called them?
They believe the three elders of their tribunal are gods. We know the truth. The so-called three are murderers and necromancers.
Quite an accusation. Tell me more.
Now? Here? No, I've already said too much. I have no love for the housemen. But my people need their wares. Ask someone else.
Yeah.
Travel in the Ashlands can be slow. I can sell you some strong legs to get you going.
Only. Like 43,000. Yeah.
Honor for the pact, they
Well, well, aren't you the fancy lad? What do you want, elf? Come to complain about the daggers? Go hide behind your mother's skirt, not the Nords.
Were you asked to help fight Covenant soldiers?
Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses.
What if the soldiers attack Ebonheart?
Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way.
What's the Nord way?
We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
Okay.
You want us to help drive off the... We fight drunk. We've got...
Cool.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers. Too bad. I bet a good mead would loosen your back ends enough for you to pull the sticks out of them.
I don't like whatever's happening here. Right back, you want mead, barely.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Twist it.
You want us to help drive off the... We fight drunk.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers.
Fight me, ain't you drunk to dodge a punch?
You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober, and I'm not. Don't be timid. Whoa, Sabercat. Let's go back to drinking.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers.
I hear dark.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers.
In a brawl, because stringy as a wet Khajiit and you smell twice as bad.
You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow. Try to put up a decent fight. All right, you got me. See, you're not bad.
You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord. Get yourself a drink. We fight drunk.
I hear dark. That's the
Damn it.
spirit.
Oh, there we go.
I hear dark elves.
What do you mean?
I hear dark elves. I hear dark elves. I hear dark elves. I hear dark.
I hear.
Oh my god.
I hear dark elf.
He couldn't find his ass with both hands.
I hear dark elves are
You gotta
milk
fight with those
drinkers.
axes, or can you only
Too
beat up
bad.
trees?
Are you asking for a challenge? Sure spoons. I thought today was going to be dull. Come at me! Stop! I need more meat.
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that.
You fight, defend the rest of town?
I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano.
Like who?
Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep, but he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood, even good rift spruce. What a skeever.
Why do you want you to leave?
Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since.
That sounds suspicious.
Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
Trading right here.
Ah, my business partner. I've located another rare and valuable vintage here in Ebonheart. Are you willing to acquire it for me?
Sounds interesting.
There's a bottle of white gold tower here in Ebonheart. The war wizard who owns it retired to this town and opened an inn. Phadrasa Andrethi took the bottle off the battlefield. Now it's gathering dust in her private reserve.
Who's she?
She was a decorated soldier in the Ebonheart Pact. Now she tends to guest at the Ebony Flask. Her Nightflower servants probably know her best. If you want to know how to get that bottle, talk to one.
Wine will be yours.
Just let me know what I can do to help.
You tell me about this wizard.
She used to serve in the Morrowind army as a war wizard. I think the explosions were too much for her. After she retired from service, she opened the Ebony Flask with Darvinil Sarvel.
Any advice where I should start?
Not exactly, but then again, that's your side of this business, isn't it? My only advice is to talk to the Nightflowers at the inn. In their line of work, they learn all the best secrets.
Sense?
Just let me know what I can do to help.
Nice to meet you. I'm Twinkles Jr.
Will you be staying in Ebonheart long, Sirio? I'm sure we could make your stay more pleasant.
You can tell me of your mistress.
I don't hate her, but there's no love lost between the Nightflowers and Phaedrasa. She regards us a necessary evil. She doesn't even partake of our talents. Plus, she's incredibly jumpy.
Being jumpy.
My guess is she's caught one too many fireball blasts in the war. She still hates loud noises. There's an alchemist next door who's constantly testing flash powder and sulfurs. If she hears so much as a pop, she jumps right out of her skin.
Can I get you a room, Sirio?
Incoming at break.
Staying in Ebonheart long, Sirio? I'm sure I could make your stay more pleasant.
You can tell me of your mistress.
Lady Phaedrasa. I don't care for her, actually, but the money here at the Ebony Flask is good. If it wasn't, Amelia and I would have cleared out long ago.
Why don't you care for her?
She's just too jumpy. They say the Agaviri War made her twitchy. She's easily startled by the strangest things, like lizards. Those lizards infesting the Argonian Quarter drive her crazy.
Interesting.
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong.
The local inn?
Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks, let me be clear about that.
Uh-huh, what are you talking about?
I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here.
What are the details?
Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings.
Has to be a catch. What is it?
No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours.
So within legal reason, I can do whatever I want with the place?
Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good.
All right.
Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business.
Dark Elves.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a
Well, good
spot
to
of
know.
trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
You also just keep in mind.
Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number.
Of course, I even worship Daedra.
Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an in-room.
Do you own the place?
I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
All right, cool. Lords of Skyrim. My People, My Pride by Hrothmund Wolfheart. Respected leader, my name is Hrothmund Wolfheart, and I am a Nord. But more importantly, I am a Nord born and raised in the land of Skyrim. I write this volume in the desperate hope that the rest of Tamriel can come to know my people as they deserve to be known, and understand that this providence for it truly is, a place of uncontested beauty and culture. But what you know is undoubtedly true. Physically, we Nords are impressive, often imposing sight, tall of stature, strong of bone, and thick of muscle. Our hair is often fair and worn braided, as has been the custom for generations. Often we are swathed in the hides of beasts, for such creatures are abundant in Skyrim, and we should be foolish not to take advantage of such an available resource. If you read this far, you may be shocked at the strength of my word literacy of a northern savage. I, many Nords, can both read and write. My father began my instruction in the way of letters when I was but a bairn, as did his father and his father before him. The accomplishments of the children of Skyrim are a multitude and go beyond mere wordcraft, for we are artisans as well. To the ages have learned to manipulate steel the way a sculptor would clay. Indeed, I have seen with mine own eyes visitors from High Rock and Cyrodiil weep in disbelief as they beheld the blades wrought in the fires of the Skyforge, and honed to beautiful deadliness by the gods' touched hands of the Greymane clan. But now, how can it be true, you ask? How are such achievements possible from a people who have yet to emerge from the muck and snow? Again, provincial bias clouds the truth. Provincial? Seas of Skyrim are testament to Nord ingenuity and craftsmanship. Chief among them are Solitude, seat of the High King and capital of the province Windhelm. Ancient and honored, a jewel in the snow, Markarth, carved into living rock itself in ages long since past. Riften, nestled in the golden shadows of the fall forest, whence comes delicious fish and mead and Whiterun. Built around the hall of Jorvaskor, home of the most noble companions and revered Skyforge. And now, respected leader, we have the full measure of it. We Nords are everything you imagine, and so much more. But let not this work be our only gateway to the truth. Book passage on carriage or vessel and make the journey north. See Skyrim with your own eyes. See Skyrim as have the Nords, since the gods first shaped the world. Anthology of available abodes. I've detailed here the general location and value of most of the homes and ruins for sale in Tamriel. To seek out property without such a guide is a firm misstep. But fear not, for I have done the heavy lifting for you. For the thrifty, one can purchase a modest inn room. These were recently put on the market and may serve as a quality starter home. Mara's Kiss Public House in Volkelgard, Aridon, the Rosy Lion Daggerfall, Glenumbra, the Ebony Flask Inn room. Blah, 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 blah. If one has more than a few coins to rub together, there are larger apartments available for the vagrant hoping to become a respectable citizen. These include private room, blah, blah. Following properties are for serious buyers only. Letters of credit will not be accepted for their sale, no matter whose cousin you know. For those with loftier aspirations and more possessions, you may wish to examine these properties. Mobility and the like will find the following properties the most acceptable, as they usually provide quarters for servants or livestock. I have seen most of these properties only from afar, as most of their owners are of a private disposition, and I would no respect that. Purchaser will enter a new echelon of society or become established well outside if they prefer solitude in a fortnight. Interesting, okay. Yeah, this is a small room. All right, cool, great. What did that say? God dang it. Population 1 of 2. Okay, so I need...
Excuse us. This is a private matter.
I have nothing to say to you.
Nomads of Nirn. We're the nomads of Nirn. Seekers, explorers, no stone left unturned. Delving in darkness, most perilous quest with our fellow nomads we're up to the test. We're the nomads of Nirn, outcasts and oddballs, communally spurned. We spent our lives wandering with nowhere to turn until we found solace with the nomads of Nirn. We're the nomads of Nirn, victims of Daedra, our homes long since burned, heartsick and broken, dreams hidden from view. Embraced by the nomads, our passions renewed. We are the nomads of Nirn, war-hardened warriors, for glory we yearn. From bandits to dragons, no matter the foe, we'll face them unyielding till our victory blow. We are the nomads of Nirn, no matter your background, a place you can earn. From well-seasoned veteran to young amateur, yes, even milk drinkers and those lickers of fur. Come join the nomads and we'll guarantee a life adventure and camaraderie. Cool.
Sure, Spawns. Look at those sunken cheeks. You need a good meal and fast. What can I get you?
I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn, my lovely.
Wonderful.
War again. I had enough of that from the Akaviri. No more, thank you very much.
Get you a drink? What'll you have?
Could I interest you in a game of chance? I don't hate her, but there's no love lost between the Nightflowers and Phadrasa. My guess is she's caught one too many fireball blasts in the war. She still hates loud noises. There's an alchemist next door who's constantly testing flash powder and sulfurs. If she hears so much as a pop,
Okay, I think I... Yeah.
the shadows, fiend. The Akaviria are upon us.
Look at that.
To me, troops! Back, you devils! Sorry, everyone. I lost myself for a moment there.
Here we go. Got it.
What's that distinctive bottle I see peeking from your pack? Masterfully done. Truly a procurement worthy of praise and reward. It's an honor and a privilege doing business with you, friend.
I hope your arrival will prove a boon to Ebonheart. The residents are at each other's throats.
Well, you know about the situation here.
Beyond, no one will work together. Each faction has a different reason. Which would you like to know about?
Why aren't the other dark elf houses helping you?
Our people love fighting. It's our nature. We fight the land just to survive. Only the Dunmer's natural superiority allows us to flourish in this wasteland.
Superiority.
Lately, our people have been demoralized. Even disciple Sildrus at the Tribunal Temple expects defeat.
But the Argonians...
I wish I knew their complaint. They refuse to talk to us. I even went to speak with their quarters leader, Sashajar. She accused me of plotting to kill a tree, as if I cared about such things. Our people... I wish I knew their complaint.
Oh.
They refuse to talk to us.
Sorry. Dumb. So...
What do you want?
I want to figure out what this fucking quest marker is. It's a new one. Below.
Cause trouble, and you will be sold.
Take pride in your work, I always say.
Another stranger swims in. So, Dark Elf, have you come to gloat about our hist? Are you its murderer? Speak.
What's wrong with your history?
It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out.
Alright, what can be done?
The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mudcrab meat wrapped in ashreed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away.
I'll click some fertilizer for you.
If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our hist.
Who told you the dark elves are poisoning the hist?
Some of our people heard a dark elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat. That's not hard to believe.
Why would the dark elves do this?
The Drez have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside them in the council.
Who's the dark elf who claimed the Drez poisoned the hist?
Bravo Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a dark elf. Especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh.
Sounds like none of the Dargonians actually saw the Drez, the boat, or the poison.
No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Drez think we're little more than animals. But the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy.
Alright. I'm getting tired. Guys, I'm enjoying ESO. Good chill vibe. Now in Ebonheart. A lot more quests. Do here. Gotta still at the harborage. All this other stuff, so yeah. It's some progress. Anyways, as always, stay smooth.